Hello, hello, hello. Excuse me, Autoimmune Prepper here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are not already a subscriber, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you're notified every time I put out a new video because you don't want to miss them. I also want to invite you to give the video a thumbs up. That will be greatly appreciated as it helps to push my videos out there for others to come across where they can subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I also want to invite you to share my videos. That would also be greatly appreciated. Now, what I want to talk to you about in this video, what percentage of the population do you fall in? Now, I watch, obviously, other YouTube content creators, and I always read the comments when I look at the videos. And this one particular YouTube channel that I watch, excuse me, you guys, I got this phlegm that keeps building up in my throat. So annoying. Anyway, I watch him. He's more on the financial lane, talking about the economy, what's going on, and things of that nature. And in reading his comments, I saw one that was interesting. Someone put this information in there. And I want to ask you, what percentage do you fall under? And how many people do you know that fall under the 90% of this population? So here goes. It goes like this. 1% control the world. 4% are their puppets. 90% are fast asleep. 5% know everything. Well, not everything, but 5% know what's going on and try to wake up the 90%, right? I'm going to say it again. 1% control the world. 4% are their puppets. 90% are asleep. 5% know and are trying to wake up the 90%. I like to think that I am in the 5%. I don't like to think. I know that I'm in the 5%. Now, what percent are you? And then he goes on to say, the 1% uses the 4% to prevent the 5%, which are you and I, or people who are prepping, or people who are paying attention to what's going on. They want to prevent the 5% from waking up the 90%. Isn't that something? I'm going to say that one more time. The 1% uses the 4% to prevent the 5% from waking up the 90%. Now, the 5% are those of us who are putting these videos out every day, 3-4 times a day, talking to everyone, anyone we can get to listen, who are watching our videos, who are sharing our videos, because we want to try to get to as many people as we can to get them to kind of see what it is we see. And we know that's not an easy task. I made another video saying how people, they just don't want to hear it. They don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered. Don't tell me nothing about no prepping. I don't even want to hear that word. You just over the top. Nothing major is going to happen. Everything is good. We just got stimulus checks in the amount of $1,400. We're probably going to be moving towards universal basic income. Our shelves are full at the stores. When I go in the store, I don't have a problem picking up a dozen of eggs, any meat. That 90%. Yeah, that might be true. But who knows what's coming down the pipeline? Well, we kind of see what's coming down the pipeline. If you're paying attention, you see gas prices are just sky high. You see food prices are rising. You see the quantity of items are shrinking while the prices are going up. So don't be a part of that 90%. You know, we're going to keep talking. At least I'm going to keep talking till I'm blue in the face. And we'll just see what happens. But I thought that this was a very interesting way to separate and categorize the populations today. You have that 1%. We all know who they are. You have that 4%. You have the 5%ers. And it's just amazing that at least 90% are just not paying attention. They just are oblivious as to what's going on. If we talk, we tell people, it just goes in one ear, right back out the other. They shake their head and agree. Okay. You give them information. You constantly ask them, have you bought extra water? Are you buying extra food? Even if nothing ever happens, let's just say nothing ever happens, at least you were prepared and ready if something happened. But it is not actually a matter of if, it's just only a matter of when. You know, you have people that have been prepping for years. And I don't even want to call them preppers. Some people that was just been their way of life. You have people that's been on this path for 20, 30, 40 years, yelling from the rooftops, you know, get your stuff together, have extra food, have extra water, get out of the cities, you know, move to a more rural area, try to become more self-sufficient. And of course, those people, I'm sure way back then, were really laughing stocks. But now, as we get into 2020, guess what? They're not the laughing stock anymore, because while you or whoever you know were standing in those long lines at the stores trying to get in and get that infamous toilet paper and water and food, and if you got to the grocery store too late, you might have been able to pick up a tomato or a can of biscuits or a pack of cookies. Whatever was left over after everything was rummaged through and devoured and the shelves were empty. Those people that have been living that way of life for all those years, all they were doing was sitting back at home, watching the television, watching YouTube or the news, looking at those people in line saying, shaking their head like, I bet they don't think it's so funny now, do they? So, you know, the Bible even says, warning comes before destruction. Now, I'm not trying to go all biblical on you. I'm just saying. Now, I was once given all of this information some years ago by a friend. And of course, I didn't pay it any attention back then. But, you know, we all have to wake up and pay attention, I guess, when we have to wake up and pay attention. It took a trial, a hard time for me to go through something, and here I am. But we don't want you to have to go through a hard time in order to get it. So that's why we have all of these content creators. Everybody's not talking about the same thing just because. What is the saying? Where there's smoke, there's fire. there has to be a reason why we put these videos out there and we encourage you to stock up on food, stock up on water. Even let's just say we're not talking about any kind of sugar honey iced tea hitting the fan situation. Let's just say just because, well, like for C-19, that was a perfect reason to have extra food, water, toilet paper, and whatever at your home because of what was going on at the stores. So, just think long term and just think security wise, just think insurance policy wise. Many have said prepping is just like an insurance policy. It's there in case you need it. Just like your car insurance, just like your homeowner's insurance. It's there in case you need it. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to broadcast it and tell it to the world that you are, prepping and putting items away. Just do what it is you need to do. If you are ashamed to let people know when you have extra stuff, in your basket, even though it's not even their business. But again, come out of that 90% group and join the 5% group. Help us wake up other people. So anyone that's in that 90%, or even if that's you, I'm talking to you. Wake up. Let's be about the business of prepping so that you can have for yourself and for your family. Because pretty soon it's really going to be the haves and the have-nots. And I'm not talking about financially, the rich versus the poor, even though we're going to have that as well. But I'm talking about people who are prepping versus people who are not trying to be prepared and prep. So you have the preppers that are going to have, and you're going to have the non-preppers that are going to have not. And eventually they're going to come knocking on the door when it's all too late. And they're going to ask questions or ask for help, need assistance. And you might have a little extra to help provide them with. You may or you may not. It just depends on what you prepped and what you have for your family. But anyway, I wanted to bring this information to you. I'm going to tell it to you one more time, and then I'm going to go. Now, 1% control the world. 4% are their puppets. 90% are asleep. 5% know and are trying to wake up the 90%. But the 1%, they use the 4% of people to prevent the 5%, people like us, from waking up the 90%. Got it? Got it. I'll probably put that little snippet in the description box. But like I said, I got that from a comment section of a video that I watched, and I just thought it was very interesting and I wanted to share it. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not already a subscriber. And please share the video. And I would love to hear from you down in the comments section. Let me know what you think about this 1%, 90%, 4 and 5%. And let me know what percent bracket do you fall in. And how many people do you know that are in the 90%? I'm sure you know plenty of people that are in that 90%. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Oh, but don't forget to wake up and start every day with that attitude of gratitude. Bye.